Hey soldiers, welcome back to another edition of Dominating on Conquest. Today we're going to tackle the new Sobek City map. I'm going to try to point out to you some different spawn beacon locations, some sniping spots, just some general ideas about the objectives in it. It is definitely a fan favorite. So much play happens vertically across the balconies and rooftops. Definitely made it very interesting, but unfortunately it feels a little bit like whack-a-mole, right? As soon as you capture an objective and start running off, the enemy's already there capturing it again, right? So it's a lot of back and forth. So I would recommend try to focus on holding 3 at all times and not trying to push too far ahead for a different one, because the other team is most likely going to then capture whatever you just left. So for us, this is like A, B, and C that we're going to want to try to capture from. Let's hop out of here so you don't hear the radio. If you got an assault ladder and want to get it crazy, you can assault ladder back and forth across, to get up to some of these different roofs over here on A. For the other team, I would highly recommend getting dropped off here as a sniper or even up on the higher building, because you have cover from our headquarters. We're not necessarily going to snipe you up there, and then you're just going to be shooting us in the back every time we make this long run out here from A to C, or anyone protecting C, you're just going to be sniping them. So let me show you where that 2 is on the map. It is like up here, like any one of these buildings are just good candidates for you to, just there. Look at that, I just gave some guy a long distance snipe. Good spots for you to think about sniping from. If you can get a helicopter to drop you off up on one of those buildings, feel free to do so. Now for B, there's like a million places to put the spawn beacon. If you are on the enemy, if I were on the other teams, let me show you, since here's the blue side, right? I could put my spawn beacon here, and then I will be coming in from the back side of the objective where they're not expecting me, right? Like where this chap is going. You could also put it inside this building. Some people tend to go through this building, so your spawn beacon's probably not going to last super long. Squad mates with me, sometimes, we'll stick it up in some of these balconies or whatever so we can kind of quickly come across. When it comes to capturing B, I think everybody knows this by now, but especially if you're on the enemy team, like right here where his equipment is. Let me show you on the map. It's kind of on the front side of D. If I were on the other team, this is where I would want to capture from, because I have cover between me and where the enemies, which in my case is my team, are going to be at. So think about that when you're capturing it. All right, let's go after C. A couple places for a spawn beacon for C. You have these like half staircases that lead to nowhere. All right, you can put your spawn beacon. Whoa, I just ran off the stairs. Could put the spawn beacon in here. I'm in this little building right next to C. There's another version of this exact same. Oh, hey, buddy. Here, let's go ahead and put it here because we might actually lose this part. We're not going to go out there with the tank. In that building, there's another staircase that does the exact same thing. It's got the same sort of layout. So you're welcome to put a spawn beacon over there. We're going to go around back. This little house is another spot you might consider putting the spawn beacon in, especially if you're the other team. Jeez, man, calm down. Of course, there's a sniper back there. Oh, well, probably because they're trying to play the game here. I'm all recording a video and they're trying to actually play to win here. All right, we'll go ahead and destroy this spawn beacon. Ooh. Good grief. Calm down, people. I'm just trying to shoot you in the back. Okay, so as I was saying, if I were the other team that was just killing, this would be a good spawn beacon so that when I appear, I'll be coming to the back of the objective where they're not expecting me. And so likewise, this fella. Alright. If you're intent on attacking me, I'm just going to shoot you. Okay, it's my teammate. So as I was saying, this particular building has that same sort of staircase, right? We could drop up in here. Good grief, people. I think it's because I don't have a silencer and I'm like lighting up on the radar. They're just like, oh, we gotta kill him, gotta kill him. All right, well, since our team has D, let's go ahead and talk about D. Spawn beacon placement. I like this house. This is a decent house for the beacon. Of course, now the tank's gonna come after me like crazy here. They saw me come in here. We'll just give them a second. Everybody loves the top of this giant building. There are some places you can put the spawn beacon inside of there, and then obviously the top of the D building. So we're going to let this tank go by for a second, and then we will get back to it. What is it even shooting? Oh, I guess they must see me on their radar. Well, whatever. All right, if it's that important to you, Holmes, you do it. If you need to get your long distance kills, the top of this building is definitely a great spot to do your long distance shooting from. All right, so let's go ahead and attack C. Now, sorry, let me rephrase one quick thing about from B to D. Since my team has the upper side of that building, right, you could loop out of bounds real quick and just come up over the top if you want. Obviously the tank's right there, so he's going to shoot me in the face. But they definitely don't expect you to come out that way. Yeah, I don't know where that guy went. Okay, capturing it, you could really mess with them. You could lay in these dumpsters and capture out here. As long as you're not moving, even when they put the, especially if you're like Recon Spec Ops class, right? You can mess with people, right? And then you kind of like poke your head up and like, hey, right? And then you just kind of chill here, right? It's kind of hilarious letting them run around looking for you. Now there's a tank right next to me. I think there's 2 tanks right next to me now. I'm just going to drive around in circles wondering, where is this guy? Where is this guy? For whatever reason, the developers made these things like indestructible. I don't know why. They should be you should be able to destroy them. See, look at them. They're both right above me. This poor fella. We're just going to lay in his body. Oh, poor tank. He's got RPG'd. And now we're capturing it. This is what I mean by how fast the objectives keep flicking. Like, look, B's already being taken over. I think that's what makes this map really fun, is just the sheer chaos that is ensued with it. There he is. Poor guy. Oh, man. When the zipline is there... Oh, man, calm down. When the zipline is there, you can definitely get up top or get the helicopter drop you off. I don't know if that building's a lot of fun. Sometimes people like it. I don't know. Not my favorite. I feel like you're kind of too exposed. You tend to get shot from like every different direction. At least when I'm up there, that's been my experience for it. So yeah, that's it. I would say the other part, I don't know if I'm going to spend the time to run to it, but you can put a spawn beacon right next to where my squad, well, not my squad, and my team is. If you drop down to the next building, there's a couple little spots you could stick a spawn beacon there. The place I would not put it would be right between D and C, this kind of like open, unfinished building, because you're running out in the open and their vehicles are going to keep coming right up this or right down that side. And so they're going to tend to see where your spawn beacon is at. Okay? So we'll go ahead and take one last pass at C. I didn't get over to E. There's not a lot to say about E. Where's this fella? Oh, they got him. No, I didn't. And I got stuck on the bricks. I wonder if I can just take the helo over there. Let's take the helicopter over there. And where's our helicopter at? There he is. Come on, buddy. There you go. I'll ride with you. I'm not entirely sure this guy knows where he's going. Okay. Back this way, fellas. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to try to do is parachute over to E. I'll show you a couple of spots at E. And we'll call it a day for the fun in this particular map. Oh, never mind. There are 2 tanks there. That ain't going to happen well. Why this guy chose to ride our helo right into the enemy's headquarters, I am not entirely sure. But, you know what? If that's what he wanted to do, hey. He's in the driver's seat. If I wanted different, I should have been driving. I got out of combat. Alright, I'm not patient enough for that. Okay, so the approach to C, just want to remind you, there is a flank-ish, which is this back road. You'll see where the fast mover car is. Just know here, I'm just going to dive out of the way for a moment so you can see where I am on the map. This is a flank of sorts. It's just there's a lot of sniping action that goes on up and down this road, and then sometimes you'll see tanks come up and down this road. So you just have to know that going into things. I would say in general, if you're sniping and you want to throw on like the anti-glare, you know, sort of thing. Good grief. Who's got a DMR up there? Like I said, lots of play across different rooftops. So yeah, feel free to get in a helicopter, get on a rooftop, you know, have some fun with it. Knock yourself out. In case you did not know it, if it's not destroyed, I'm going to show you there is one zip line up here and kind of the backside. We'll just cut through this building right quick, and we'll cut through this building right quick, and here's the zip line. So if you didn't know it was here, right. Oh goodness! Of course you land a bunch of headshots. Why wouldn't you? Let me show you from. Oh, I killed myself too quickly. Sorry. So there it is. You have a little zip line to get up to that rooftop. If you didn't know the zip line was there, just wanted to point that one particular spot out for you, in case you didn't see it. Okay. There's not much to be said. I haven't found a great placement for a spawn beacon, but it's rare that I need to go back there. You can get there so quick with the helo. The map's pretty compact. I would say the key to the game is definitely keeping control of B and C, and then let your vehicles, every time they come out, recapture A or recapture E. And then from this other team, you can see the yellow on my map. It's pretty easy for them to defend D because everybody likes to be up here and snipe everyone come over the hill. You can see all the blue X's. And that's kind of like basically the way this map particularly plays out. So again, I'm going to strongly encourage you, get some squad play, you know, get the beacon down. Here, we'll stick the beacon down up here. Right, and then, don't do this. Don't do that. But you know what? It's downright fun to just come out of the parachute and just shoot people. Sometimes I just play in a way just to crack me up. I know that everybody wants to have like a 1,000,000-to-1 kill-to-death ratio, but you know what? Play for fun. Do things that make the game, make you smile, right? If you do the same thing every single time, you're going to get totally bored of this game. Uh-oh. Oh, they mad now. Hi, tank. I'll just shoot this guy then. Oh, jeez. They're everywhere. See what I mean? You know, just goof off. Have some fun. Mess with them at their objective. Oh, it puts a smile on my face sometimes. So, anyway, that's a little bit about how you can play this particular map. Right? Have fun with it. Again, I just want to encourage you, if you're going to need that long-distance snipers, these buildings up above A, whether you get the helicopter to drop you off or you have a squad mate that has the assault ladder to go back and forth, or get up here on these buildings, you can get some nice, clean, long shots to knock out some of those particular challenges. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll be back with some more of these.